your message to Alexander Usyk, if he's watching?
Usyk. Message for Usyk. Man, I just want to say to Usyk, man, I appreciate you for thinking of me. No matter what, if the fight happen or if it doesn't happen, just the thought of it, just to, to put it out there like that, just to have the boxing fan raging and going crazy, for something that ain't even happened yet. It's almost like believing in something that you can't see, like believing in this air, but you'll never be able to see it, and people are already soaking it and taking it in, believing in something that they can't even see yet, and they don't even know if it's going to happen. But just the thought, I look at that, thankful for that. Like I said, no one has never gave me opportunities to do anything. And to have this opportunity, bro, it'll be a blessing, man.
Absolutely. On the phone with us, FaceTime, one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? But I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Good. I'm very, very busy, which is a blessing. It beats the alternative, I would say. Boxing is never slow, but out of nowhere, you're not bothering no one, you're minding your own business, and now you're going viral. Every news outlet is running with your name. You've seen it. Alexander Usyk, they asked him, who does he want to fight? And of course, he wants to challenge himself, and he called you out. But he said, he talked to his team, and he said that's the fight he wants. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think it's an amazing thing, if it happens, because you know how boxing is structured, especially the business of boxing, it's like a chart. Boxing goes up and down. Sometimes you may have something established, and then if it falls through, like if it was a hole under the floor, So, of course, it's not believable until we actually have contracts and things are going in that direction. But, just the thrill of the thought of it and, to come out, to call out and things like that, it's amazing. I would love to have this opportunity. I always have told people in life I never really got any opportunities because of various reasons, that I have of my own opinion as I look at this big, wonderful world that we call life. And, and those that have opportunity and those that don't. And it's a true thing. But, I've always been the one to bless people with opportunities instead of being blessed with that opportunity. So, just to hear him say that, it means a lot. I appreciate him. And it would be even more, thankful to get that opportunity, just to say, somebody officially gave me an opportunity, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to hear more details about it and get the fans what they want to see. It's honorable that he if he do retire, he want to retire, fighting all the best of the era could offer, and that's how it goes off, because that's what I'm planning on doing myself. I want to unify as well, so man, so I'm looking forward to it for sure.
And those are the words of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. First of all, shout out to Ellie Setback Reporting for getting the interview with Deontay Wilder. He's close-knit with Deontay, got the interview. And that is everything Deontay Wilder had to say regarding Oleksander Usyk's surprising call-out of the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Let me counterpunch. There's some pros and cons with what he said. Okay. Pros is he's thankful. He's, if it is it just me, or did he seem like he was kind of sentimental? Sound like a little smoke got in his eye just a bit, like he was kind of, tearing up a bit, with explaining that, so he's definitely thankful. Okay. So I do appreciate that. I do feel that. Because it's a surprise to everybody. What I didn't like for him to say, well, if it happens. He said that 2 to 3 times. I know at least twice. He was like, well, if the fight happens, we'll get the fans what they want to see, and I didn't like the negative if it happened bid right off the bat. I did not care for that shit because it's almost like when you start talking that type of stuff, you already have a doubt or you're already speaking doubt. You know, now I understand that he wants to see the contracts, him and Shelly Finkel and his team, and, you know, what to expect and what is offered. But then, you know, he goes on to say, well, you know, this thing in boxing is like a hole that falls from under you, a floor that falls from under you. And, you know, it's the business of boxing and sometimes it doesn't work out. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the fuck wouldn't it work out if someone's giving you this opportunity, this kind of opportunity? You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder has got opportunities. So that's a crock. You know what I mean? He's saying like, oh, no one's giving me anything. Bro, you've got offered 12.5, 15 mil, 100 mil, 120 mil. You've been offered a lot of opportunities, but you and your team decided not to take it. So knock that shit off. And I'm happy for Wilder, but I have to call it how I see it. I can't forget what happened in the past. I can't forget one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history at the time in that era. That never happened because Al Heyman told you Mayweather training money and you decided not to take it. You and Shelly Finkel worried about what AJ's going to get. Of course, he's going to get more than you. He's the A side. So what do you think that they were going to give him? You know, but things like that have rehashed. But back to Wilder. I never got opportunities. This is the biggest opportunity, and I think it's the last biggest opportunity that he's ever going to get. So I would be cautious of Wilder speaking of if a fight happens. Quit saying that. What do you mean if the fight happens? This guy has the WBC, the belt that you held, the belt that you are sentimental about, the WBC. Then he has the WBA. Then he has the IBF. The only belt he doesn't have is the WBO. So your path of wanting the belts lies within this blessing, because I do agree with Wilder. This is a blessing for Wilder. Don't let people around you piss it off. This is the ticket. So if they offer him 5 million, 10 million, take it. You know what I mean? And this is the fear. I think Wilder knows that if he has anywhere near the same team, which he has, because he has Shelly Finkel, they're going to ask for probably too much money, and I hope they don't price themselves out. But again, this only comes up based on the way he was talking, you know, like, oh, well, they talking about something that hasn't even been seen. You know, you have to believe in something that's never been seen. It's like, dude, have you forgot about your own mentality, your own spirituality, your own words of speaking into existence? Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
Because I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
What happened to that? This guy is totally different than the guy that I knew. The guy you either loved or you hated. And I had a bit of both. I loved him on one instance, then I hated him on another instance. But this guy's different. He doesn't even say, speak it, believe it, receive it, speak it, believe it, receive it. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, yeah, just give me this contract. Let me sign it. Let's get it in. He's like, well, I would like to know more about it. And, you know, if the fight happens. And that sounds like doubt to me. I'm just calling it how I see it. It sounds like a person's apprehensive. Not because he doubts it, is because something else may happen. But it's like, what is that something else that could happen? Why wouldn't you fight Oleksander Usyk that called you out, knowing damn well he's the guy that beat everybody except you? Why wouldn't you go for that if you are planning on fighting? You know what I mean? So it does make you wonder, like, what in the hell is Deontay Wilder talking about and what is he on? You know what I mean? But again, I understand the stipulations of contracts and things like that, but I hope that Wilder doesn't let his bullshit team talk him out of an opportunity of a lifetime and one of the last opportunities of a lifetime. Because from going from Herndon to Usyk Do you understand how big of a gap that is between opposition, competition, and accomplishment? That's like going from 2 to 100. He's thankful and things like that, but it's almost like you hear this invisible but I don't know. He didn't say but it almost feels like he wants to say that. Because it's not, he doesn't seem confident in the fight happening. He's just thankful that he did call him out and how everybody, his name is buzzing, and it might have dropped some dopamine when he did read it. You know what I mean? Like anybody would. But at the same time, what are you going to do, Wilder? If you're now going to pass up another opportunity with another fighter, bro, people will stop pretending that you aren't ducking. Think about it. It was first Povetkin. Well, I can understand Povetkin. Okay. AJ first. Then he fought Tyson Fury like that, right? Fought him 3 times. Then after Fury, Ruiz. They pissed around for all year and it didn't happen. Then the AJ fights and they end up both getting beat, so they didn't fight. Wilder lost first, AJ lost second this time. Now Usyk. So you mean to tell me for the third time in your career, you have an opportunity to fight someone that is a champion, not a former champion, because all of those guys are former champions. But you have an opportunity to fight a live dog, the best heavyweight on the planet, the unified heavyweight champion of the world, and you want to give us words of fucking doubt. That's my problem with it. Now, I hope he goes through with it. I'm pretty sure Shelly Finkel is going to be on it. I don't know what they expect from Team Usyk or what they expect to get. You know what I mean? And I think beggars can't be choosers in this situation because you were chosen. So if you were chosen, just admire what's given and run with it and understand this is the last opportunity of something that you claim that you want. Nothing more, nothing less. But you guys tell me what you think of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder responding to Oleksander Usyk, calling him out for a unified heavyweight championship showdown wherever. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.